Whoa.
Where's my rock music? It's here at NorthCoastUnderground.com where we play all the greatest underground artists. NorthCoastUnderground.com, where the underground starts with you.
87 followers in mommy's basement up there in Cleveland somewhere. 87 followers in mommy's basement up there in Cleveland somewhere. What a joke. And I told him he's a joke. But, yeah, so you guys get time, give him a call today to let him know what you think about him. And that, by the way, Michael Long is not his real name. Stay healthy. Don't be a snowflake keyboard warrior. Just because your life is so miserable, you don't have to make everybody else's miserable around you. In your little generic podcast up there in Cleveland today, I'm sure you're going to get the highest numbers you've ever had since you've started it down there in mommy's basement with your 87 followers. So you guys have.
And welcome to the long ride home. I am your host, Michael Long. And right there behind me, as always, is Corey Hennessy. How's it going today, Corey?
Oh, it's great. It's a wonderful day. A little hot, but I'm doing fantastic.
I'm right there with you. And what an amazing new intro we have.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that. I think brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, we've got some great fans.
Oh, we definitely do. So shout out to the fans that made that for us. We definitely appreciate it. Remember, if you want to call in and speak to us today, you can do so. Corey, go ahead and give them that number.
All right. For all you guys tuning in, it's 216-250-3174. I'll say it again, 216-250-3174.
And if you forget it, it's right there on the bottom of your screen. So you should be able to see it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a good show today. Later on in the show, we have a very special guest coming on, a local comedian who is starting to make a name for himself there, and that would be Cam VanDerHorst is going to be on the show with us today. I cannot wait for that. He's a funny guy, so. The crowd is already going wild for
Yeah, baby.
Our live studio audience right here in Mommy's basement is already going crazy for him coming on the show today. But sadly, we do have to start. It's a sad day.
Oh, it's a day I've been dreading for most of my life.
It's sad. I mean, the coronavirus has gone too far. It has taken something that we enjoy and we love, and I don't know.
I know it's hard for you to talk about, man. We got to get through this together.
I don't know if I can.
We can do this. We got to stay strong.
I don't know. It's just for people that don't know, it was announced yesterday that the greatest show in the history of shows, I'm talking about the one, the only, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No!
Is no more. I know. I can't deal with it myself.
How are we going to know what's going on in their lives?
How are we supposed to keep up with the Kardashians now? How am I going to know what day of the week it is if I can't keep up with the Kardashians? It's the only thing I've ever lived for in my entire life.
How many seasons has it been on now?
I want to say 20 seasons.
Oh, man. What a shame.
It's depressing. I don't. I mean, what?
How are they going to make money now?
What's my purpose in life without keeping up with the Kardashians being around?
You're just going to have to start watching something else. We're going to have to like.
You shut your dirty mouth. Watch something else. What's wrong with you?
It is a sad day in the life of me because I think they're airing till what early next year. They're talking.
I believe so.
I want to say like early 2021. They'll air their last episode.
It's
what's going to keep them?
What do I do with my life if I don't have Keeping Up with the Kardashians? What do they expect me to do if I don't have the Kardashians to keep up with?
I said, I can't talk. You told me to keep my mouth shut, but it's going to be okay.
Your dirty mouth.
This. We'll get through this.
I don't know. I mean, this is maybe the saddest day in the history of this country.
Quite possibly the world.
I mean, what? What tragedy has ever happened that's worse than this?
Stock market crash?
No.
The Great
Not
Depression?
Worse. No, not worse.
Coronavirus?
No.
I don't know.
There's absolutely nothing worse than this. And I'm shocked. I'm dismayed. I'm sad. I don't know.
I guess I have to subscribe to Twitter to find out what's going on.
You just may. Life.
I'm canceling my cable. That's it.
Life's too short. And now we've realized this from the death of our Kardashians. May the Kardashians and Keeping Up with them rest in peace. I mean, what? What could possibly be worse now? I mean, they might as well just cancel the world.
My name is Judy Teeter, and I'm the mother of...
Even Judy Teeter thinks so.
Oh, poor Judy.
Poor Judy.
We need to reach out to the people. You guys call us and let us know how you feel
Sarah,
about the cancellation.
Yes. Let us know.
216-250-3174. And maybe we'll prepare.
I just got a message.
Oh. What did it say?
I thought that was the worst that could happen. It has now been announced that officially, after 11 seasons, The Walking Dead's no more.
No, you shut up.
What? Did you just...
I did not have the terrible toots. I blame my mic stand. My mic stand was crying out for help.
How dare you be gassy at a moment like this when the world is coming to an end?
The world is mourning.
It's morning. We're all... Where do we go? What do we do? Does life even go on?
I don't.
How can we live?
Life might not go on, but I'm afraid my heart will not.
None of my sound effects are working today. The Kardashians are not being kept up with. And now the dead will no longer walk?
Oh, we have some blasphemy going on the Facebook chat.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Someone said, I never could stomach the Kardashians.
What? I'll do your job too. Let's get that comment up on screen so we can all together shame you, Michelle.
Tisk, tisk,
Shame. Shame. I point my fingers at the camera. I point my finger at you in shame.
What have you been keeping up with if you're not keeping up with the Kardashians?
Who else is there to keep up with?
Or what you say is the Kardashians.
Who else is there to keep up with? Put our phone number back up on screen.
All right.
I don't want to chase away our customers because they see such a hateful comment up on their screen.
If you have nothing positive to say, keep it out.
If you cannot, if you must be a snowflake,
Dare we say
still not working.
keyboard warrior?
Oh, yeah. What are you, a keyboard warrior? Is that what happened?
Oh,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
you having some
I'm trying
fun over there?
I'm trying to get our sound effects to work and they won't. And it's upsetting. I feel like really no, just not working. Sound effects not working. Whatever. You guys don't get sound effects.
I got to make my own sound effects.
Yeah, pretty much. Can you play funeral music like somehow?
What kind of funeral music? Happy funeral music or sad funeral music?
We are sad about the Kardashians, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, there's a such thing as happy funeral music. I mean, some people die and you just couldn't wait for him to croak.
Sir.
But not this time.
Sir. How dare you? I don't know what's going on with my sound effects. Nothing's working. It's just we got a cool layout for our stream, and nothing else wants to work. What is going on in this world?
You're fired.
I must be, because this is... Let me see if I can add it to... Well, play if I put it over here.
Maybe.
What is going... No, we don't care about parenting.
Yeah.
We want sad music, not sad kids. Unbelievable.
How about that?
No.
Oh.
Whatever. Sound effects don't want to work tonight.
At least we're broadcasting this time.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I know what to do. Haha, I got this.
You know what to do.
Bear with me, folks. I got this. I don't even have to do all that. Why am I even doing that? I got this, folks. I got this. Don't worry.
Well, we already found out that your name wasn't Michael, so why should we trust you on this?
Shh. No one needs to know that. You're even up. Unbelievable. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sad
Moment of silence.
For our Kardashians. I love them.
I said moment of silence.
I'm sorry, but we're taught in school that we shouldn't have silence on the radio.
But there's not silence.
Good times. Good point. It's a sad moment. Yes, we are in Mommy's basement, John. You are correct. It's a sad moment for people everywhere. As the Kardashians will be no more after 20.
Michelle chimed back in. She said she did keep up with The Walking Dead. Well, that's unfortunately just about as dead as the title is.
Yeah. No more Walking Dead either. They're just
dead.
Just getting rid of everything we love in 2020.
Coral.
They're getting rid of being safe and being able to go out without a mask, and now they're getting rid of The Walking Dead. What is next?
Don't tempt it.
What do I do with my life with no Walking Dead? No keeping up with the Kardashians. No Walking Dead. Like, do they expect me to go out and get a life? Like Dave suggests that I do?
Maybe they'll start airing Wrestle House or something.
Maybe they're canceling them to make way for Darv's live streams.
Yeah.
They're going national. It's been a bidding war. And they're going to have Darv's live streams replacing those shows.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't talk about him. We got a new sponsor, and it's direct competition.
Yeah, we
can't talk about him no more.
Yeah.
So plus, I got the sis and desist.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
Oh, man. What else do we got going on? Have you heard the word?
I heard that the bird is the word.
Oh, and what do birds do when they're flying over top of your car?
Oh, they defecate.
They defecate. And you know who may actually be a big fan of that?
Who?
Odell Beckham Jr.
What?
It's alleged that old OBJ is not only a fan of the Cleveland Browns, but he's also a fan of the Cleveland Steamers.
Wow, when did this break?
Let me do your job for you, too. It broke yesterday. The rumors have come out that OBJ likes to have women use the restroom. He likes to role play.
Oh, but
Women play the character of someone that has to go to the bathroom, and OBJ plays the character of the toilet. I think is that the way we should explain it? Is that the most PC way to explain it?
I think that for all of our fans out there to hear it, that's so. From what a model came out, alleged one of his role players came out and came forward with this story.
Yes. So I mean,
This is all rumors, by the way.
Whole new meaning to the word Browns.
It makes sense he came to Cleveland.
It does make sense. I mean, if you like big dumps, Cleveland is the place to be. I mean, that makes the most sense, doesn't it? Do you think he likes being that, he's into that? Do you think he takes a lot of trips to the beaches in Cleveland?
Yeah, probably.
Because, I mean, that's all you're swimming around in there. I guess with that, I mean, someone commented on the video about Taco Bell taking away the best items on their menu, and I guess that kind of fits with the OBJ story, doesn't it?
You are right.
Do you think he likes slushies, or do you think he likes, like, solids?
Milkshakes?
Just
Her milkshakes brings all the boys to the yard.
So, OBJ is not worried about going to the Super Bowl. He just wants to go to the toilet bowl, is what I'm thinking here.
Oh, man.
Is that what's going on? Do you think he takes his dates to Taco Bell and like doesn't tell him what he's expecting out of him, but he's like, "Hey, baby, I'm gonna treat you to a meal tonight.
Oh,
Let's go to Taco Bell. Get all the burritos you want."
Oh, man. Taco Bell or maybe Chipotle.
OBJ, I can't eat burritos. They make me have the runs. Hey, speaking of running, I'm a football player, right?
I wonder what his stat line will be.
He brings a new meaning to, what was it? The blacker the berry, the juice. He brings a new meaning to that phrase. The blacker the berry, the
greener the food.
The blacker the berry, the squishier the juice.
There we go.
We got money falling.
Oh, that's a money shot right there. Just money hitting the floor.
You think OBJ is going to like boycott Taco Bell? Like, hey, those Mexican pizzas make sure I have a fun-filled night. You better not take them away.
Yeah,
I was upset about the Mexican pizza going away.
Yeah, what all else is on that menu? Let me look real quick because I want to get an official. Because it's not just the Mexican pizza.
That's the only thing that matters.
Is that racially driven though? Even though it's Taco Bell's a Mexican restaurant, is it racially driven? That's why they had to pull it because we want like Italian pizza and not Mexican pizza.
All I know is Mexican pizza.
Let me clickety clack. Let me be my keyboard warrior self. Taco Bell. Remove
Mexican pizza is my favorite. You don't have to say it as you're typing it. People know what we're talking about.
Hey, but I just wanted to know what I'm searching. They don't see my computer screen.
Apparently not.
3 more menu items. Okay, so
all that matters is a Mexican pizza. I don't even care about anything
Pico de Gallo and shredded chicken soft taco, shredded chicken burrito, and shredded chicken quesadilla melt. Right in time for the elections. Imagine that.
Donald Trump's this is all conspiracy to get Donald Trump elected back into office?
Yeah, we don't want... No, I can't go there.
Oh, you can go there. You can go there. I can't believe this. The Kardashians, The Walking Dead, Mexican pizzas. What do I even have to live for anymore?
I tell you what.
My sound effects ain't working. Taco Bell's getting rid of the Mexican pizza. What do I even do with my life anymore?
I'm a little nervous.
You should be.
I am a little nervous for you.
You should be. I may not even be here for tomorrow's show.
Oh, do we want to plug that?
Oh, what? That we have a show coming up that we have moved to 2 days a week, as we will now be on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 4 p.m. to 6. My sound effects are working!
Yeah, that's all it took.
Maybe it's just the funeral one that doesn't work.
Maybe. That's the only one you tried? Well, you were because you were playing our PSAs.
Well, here, say something funny.
Oh, that's going to be hard. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Oh! Okay, I can't drag this up there. Drag! It's not dragging.
No,
there we go. It's a delayed reaction, but we thought it was funny.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Everyone, greatly appreciate that you laugh at Corey's jokes. It's the only way he sleeps at night. Unbelievable. So it's just my funeral one that I guess ain't working. Hopefully our new advertisers, hopefully their commercials work.
Yeah. I made sure that they're going to work. They better work.
You didn't make sure they're going to work in our system.
No, you're right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, hopefully John formatted it right.
We're going to blame John. Oh, yeah, John. I forgot John from Bay Village.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I like him. Hey, guess what? I shared this post into Dave's group. Darv's group. So let's see if we get any of those people talking to us. So let's see here. Did we get any calls? No, because you're not even checking the phone lines. Probably not.
No one loves us.
No one loves us. But what time? Oh my God! It's 4:21. We're a minute late.
We are a minute late.
So, anyways, Taco Bell. So let's just recap what we've covered so far. Everything I love in this world has died. The Kardashians, The Walking Dead, and Taco Bell's Mexican pizza. I guess my husband's in 4th place after those. But he's still alive until his insurance kicks in. Life insurance kicks in, and then someone asked for something. Someone made a request in the chat that you're not even paying attention to.
God,
is there a new Darv song?
Throwing me under the bus.
Is there a new?
No,
well,
listen.
Our intro was a Darv song.
Yeah.
Let's replay that intro for them, just in case they came on a little late and didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, because Facebook's censoring us.
Yeah, because they don't censor the Democrats. They censor us conservatives.
You got to make sure that everyone gets their notifications and gets in here.
Some people are getting their notifications 8 and 10 hours later.
87 followers in mommy's basement up there in Cleveland somewhere. What a joke. And I told him he's a joke. But, so you guys get time, give him a call today. Let him know what you think about him. And that, by the way, Michael Long is not his real name.
Ooh.
Stay healthy. Don't be a snowflake keyboard warrior. Just because your life is so miserable, you don't have to make everybody else's miserable around you. And your little generic podcast up there in Cleveland today, I'm sure you're going to get the highest numbers you've ever had since you've started it down there in mommy's basement with your 87 followers. So, you guys have...
Hey, since then we've doubled our followers, so we win.
That's pretty exciting. I like that.
It was pretty nice. It was enjoyable. But we are going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back with more of your long ride home. And what do we have coming up? We're going to talk about boneless chicken wings and how you can win a free candy factory. We'll be right back with more of the long ride home.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
If you can run a better radio station, prove it. Take over.
NorthCoastUnderground.com. The underground starts with you.
It was so long to shut you out, but there's some things that I need to fix, and you need rest.
I've been keeping to myself lately. Sorry, that's such a bummer. I need to get my shit together. Sorry, I'm not getting better. You always chew on your cough drops, and I hate the sound. I guess it's fair you hate my hair, and when my friends come around, and you spent college majoring in and minoring in overdrinking. Haven't you been oversleeping? I've been keeping to myself lately. Sorry, I'm a bummer. I need to get my dish together. Sorry, I'm not getting better. Stop, just listen, oh, and watch as I give in. Oh, I'll strum, yes, I'll sing to the music control. You'd like to think that you own tonight. We'll swim in sin, no shame. As the drops of sweat, they graze the space between our skin. Oh, let hell's to begin. So brace your body now, girl, as I rev up the drive of your world. Yes, brace your body now, girl. Hold tight, I'ma take you for a ride in my world tonight. Oh, how it started, an entangled stare. The whisper in her eyes was too much to bear. Compelled and beyond, now we lie, legs intertwined, so sound and alone. Cause the tug and pull, the night friction we do is bound to ignite the fire and flame we fought all day obtain. So brace your body now, girl, as I rev up the drive of your world. Yes, brace your body now, girl. Hold tight, I'ma take you for a ride in my world tonight.
Hey guys, it's Tony from Tony's Terrible Trash Outlet. Come on down, cause my trash is your treasure. 1500 Akron Road in Springfield. Deal's so good you'd think you'd stole them. Mention this ad and get 30% off your next trash purchase of $100 or more. All sales are final, so you raindrops better not try to return stuff. See you soon.
And there is our new sponsor, Tony's Terrible Trash Outlet. We want to thank them for sponsoring this amazing show. We're back now. God, Corey.
God.
You're the worst social media guy I've ever had.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you don't even know where to go.
No.
Unbelievable. I guess you get what you pay for around here. So, there's a highly contested debate that has been going on. And we are going to talk about that. So let me go ahead and pull it up right here for us. I should have already had this prepared, but you know, why would I do that? Why would I prepare during commercial breaks when I'm just sitting here looking around? Why? Why would I prepare? What would be the point of preparing?
Yeah.
We don't need to do that. So let's see here. Let me let you guys hear my fat fingers type. And we're going to play this. And I think this man.
Your fingers aren't fat, they're big boned.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see here. Let me find it. There we go. I'm glad I'm prepared. I think this is it. Let's make sure this is the whole speech.
It looks like it.
Oh, they're going to. Why wouldn't they play?
We don't want to play their advertisements, though.
No. I don't even hear it. Can you hear it? I don't hear it.
No, I can't.
I don't want that. Oh, no, I don't want this. Oh, my goodness. Of course they're going to make things difficult.
Computers
these days. What can you do? I just want. Okay, here we go. It's not playing. Pull it up on your computer. Why is it not playing for me? Unbelievable. We are just having all types of problems today.
I don't think my computer is going to.
Yes, it is.
Well, is it going to play?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm new to all this, all right?
Obviously.
I've left mommy's basement like 3 times my whole life.
You're
and that's
not
only to go to your mommy's basement.
That is true. That is true. So, as you can tell, we're well prepared today. We spent the whole day getting our stream set up to where now we just don't have anything else prepared. You got it?
I'm on the Twitter. Let me see someone.
The tweeter. Make sure the volume's on. Yeah? No? We can't hear it. Oh, here we go.
And then you. Okay.
I promise I won't take up too much of your time here.
There we go.
My name is Andrew Christensen. I live at 1212 Twin Ridge Road. Lincoln has the opportunity to be a social leader in this country. We have been casually ignoring a problem that has gotten so out of control that our children are throwing around names and words without even understanding their true meaning and treating things as though they're normal. I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine. I'm talking about boneless chicken wings. I propose that we as a city remove the... Excuse me, I'm trying to...
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sure. Come on.
I propose that we as a city remove the name boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number one, nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken. We would be disgusted if a butcher was mislabeling their cuts of meats, but then we go around and pretending as though the breast of the chicken is its wing. Number two, boneless chicken wings are just chicken tenders, which are already boneless. I don't go to order boneless tacos. I don't go and order boneless club sandwiches. I don't ask for boneless auto repair. It's just what's expected. And then number three, we need to raise our children better. Our children are raised being afraid of having bones attached to their meat. That's where meat comes from. It grows on bones. We need to teach them that the wing of a chicken is from a chicken, and it's delicious. I propose that we rename boneless wings in the city of Lincoln. We can call them buffalo-style chicken tenders. We can call them wet tenders. We can call them saucy nugs or trash. We can take these steps and show the country that where we stand and that we understand that we've been living a lie for far too long. And we know it because we feel it in our bones.
Thank you. Great speech. Give it up for that man and that compelling speech. If that man does not run for president of these here United States, I'm going to be really upset.
I'm on the fence about that. He had a great speech.
What? I felt that speech in my bones.
I love boneless wings.
What? They're not wings. They're not boneless wings. They're chicken nuggets.
They are delicious pieces of boneless wings.
Boneless wings is not a thing. They're chicken nuggets. They're glorified chicken nuggets for grown man children who can't handle reality.
Well, listen. So
did I just talk too loud?
You were piercing everyone's ears.
I have your headphones turned up.
Listen. So my question is: so you don't like boneless wings, or is this guy?
Oh, I like them. I love boneless, but they shouldn't be called boneless chicken wings.
So you're saying it's false advertising?
It is false advertising. That would be like me calling myself like, "Hey, come watch the long ride home with the skinny fat guy." It doesn't make sense. I'm fat. That's it. Don't have to make up names.
A little bit big, you know. That's like saying, the old lady on the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Like, which one are you talking about?
That is true. But I feel some type of way that you would desecrate the good name of chicken nuggets by calling them boneless chicken wings.
But they're not really nuggets.
They're not wings.
Can we call them something else?
Yeah, chicken tenders.
Saucy nugs. I like that. Saucy nugs gets my vote.
Chicken tenders.
No, because they're not tender shaped. Like chicken tenders come from chicken tenderloins. They're tenderloins fried.
Okay, so I'm guessing that then boneless chicken wings are the boneless chicken wings? Are they wings of the chicken?
I don't know. They're not the wings. I know that. I get it. They don't fly with their breasts.
Okay. Neither do I. So I'm not a boneless chicken guy or a boneless guy wing.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Because, if someone wanted to cut my breast off and deep fry them, they'd have a lot of meat to chew on for quite a few days.
That's a family meal deal.
That is a family meal deal for sure. You will never go hungry with boneless J wings.
Do you even find a fryer big enough?
I just said my real name because I forgot where we were. Boneless Michael wings.
Boneless Michael wings.
Unbelievable.
That thing has gone viral, though. Just the video I was watching.
Well, my breast?
No, not yet.
Oh.
We haven't plugged your OnlyFans yet.
Oh, well, that'll come later in the show.
That video of the guy, he was actually at city council. And
he was at his dad is on the city council too, which makes it even better. Can you imagine that awkward ride home? Did Buffalo Wild Wings share that?
Yes. So actually, let me read this. Basically, to celebrate boneless wing lovers in Lincoln, where this story comes from, they're donating $1 to the local BGCA clubs for every boneless wing sold in Lincoln on Labor Day. So does that mean they're not going to donate anything because they're not boneless wings? I don't know where they were going with that.
That would make the most sense to me. Yeah, donate nothing because they're not boneless wings. They're boneless boobs.
You're right.
Or breasts.
I guess you're right.
I don't know what do we call them. What are we allowed to call them?
Whatever we feel like.
I guess so. It's just whatever we want to do.
Keep that kind of language down. My mom's.
Keep that. Oh, your mom?
My mom is not.
I already got in deep water with her last week.
You did. You did. She was not happy about your sopping wet comment.
Well, I bet your father is happy about it.
Oh.
So here, as we can't. So this camera we have in studio,
it's already made a jump. I see.
It barely stays on the stand. So Corey over here had the amazing idea to put some quarters on top of it to hold it down on the stand, and it's not working. We've had change flying since we've started the show today. Did your mom text you to complain about me?
Yeah, she said, Corey, I can hear you down there.
Oh, yeah, because we got your basement fixed, so we're in your basement today.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Let's just get a zoom in, see if we get a really good shot of the camera.
Like they can see it on the video.
Well, I'm going to upload it. If you're watching it on Facebook, I'll post it in the comments.
You could have uploaded it onto the screen.
How am I going to post a picture I took from my phone to the screen?
Because you could send it to yourself or send it to me on Messenger.
Yeah.
Then save it from your Messenger on the computer, and then you can put it up on the screen.
That sounds like
do I have to do all of and then turn your volume down on the live feed so everyone can hear it?
I guess I can't do this.
Unbelievable. I got to do everything for this guy.
It's not working. Maybe, you know what?
This is why my name is in the show title and not yours. This is why it's not called A Shot of Hennessy or the Long Hennessy Ride Home or the Hennessy Ride Home. Because that would be a DUI and illegal.
Yeah. We went over this before. We don't condone. I'm just going to post it.
We don't condone drunk driving unless you're really, really good at it.
There goes our sponsors.
And now we're going to... So what we're going to do is actually our comedian guest has come here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up and get him. We're going to take another quick commercial break. We're going to come back with our comedian guest. So we shall be right back with more of your long ride home.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We could go back to a place when you didn't know who I was. We could meet again and you could recapture all those things about me that I know you love. You could show me your favorite band again. I'll wipe the tears from your eyes. Trying not to fight, but always ends up back in your past. Looking back through the mirror, glass already shattered with the pain inside of your head. I never tried to find a girl. You just have to let it fall in your lap. She said that I wanna bury you in my heart. Please don't ever let this feeling go away. She said that I wanna marry you, but I'm drawn back. Right then I get pushed aside. Right then I realize that she's the girl that I always wanted. She's the girl that she's the girl that I always wanted. She's the girl that Hit it better higher, higher than a fighter. Show 'em what you got for display. Yeah, it's not the greatest, it's running around naked. Everyone will give you a hand. Don't you think about being sad? You just have to leave that up to them. She said that I wanna bury you in my heart. Please don't ever let this feeling go away. She said that I wanna marry you, but I'm drawn back. Right then I get pushed aside. Right then I realize that she's a girl that I always wanted. She's a girl that she's a girl that I always wanted. She's a girl that she's a girl. She said that I wanna bury you in my heart. Please don't ever let this feeling go away. She said that I wanna marry you, but I'm drawn back. Right then I get pushed aside, 'cause right then I realize that she's the girl that I always wanted. It almost seems to accept, she didn't mean it, it all goes out the door, on out the door, on out the door, on out the door. Say what you say, just say, don't say the words that they call the truth. That's why I get it to baby. Just give me another try. Just give me another try.
And welcome back to the Long Ride Home. I am your host, Michael Long. Over there with me, as always, Corey Hennessy, the better half of us, I guess, that doesn't know how to do social media, obviously. And then we have our very special guest. He is a local comedian. From what I've seen, really funny. You've done some stuff with the funny stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I live right up the street.
Do you? I just went there last week. I just went there last week to see Bill Squire.
Yeah.
Funny guy. I did some stand-up with him back when he used to do the Barrios every Monday.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He used to do that. I did a few shows with him there. But always funny. Cam, is it VanDerHorst? Am I saying it right?
Close enough, yeah. VanDerHorst it's spelled exactly like, or pronounced exactly the way it sounds.
Okay, well then I got it right.
So I got to ask, how's it going? You two, basement. What is it? Basement dwelling.
Basement. Mommy's basement.
This is your mom must be rich.
Hey,
it's a nice basement.
Can't divulge how she makes her income.
Snowflake keyboard warriors.
Yeah, I can't divulge how she makes enough money to have a studio this nice in her basement.
Well, when I was thinking about doing the show, I saw his message that he sent you where he said 87 subscribers. I'm like, I've never performed for 87 people before.
And we've doubled that since last week, so it's 100 and some people now. So hey,
there we go.
This is your big break, kid.
Tell me about it.
So, what kind of made you want to get into comedy? The money?
Yeah, definitely, right. Every career choice I've ever made. People tell me all the time, they're like, hey, you've got a radio voice. You should be on air. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I have a mortgage, though, so I can't. That doesn't work. Yeah, it was just with stand-up, it was like everybody's the fun. Everybody thinks they're the funniest person in their little group of friends. And I didn't want to fall into that trap of thinking that translated into me doing stand-up. But then, a few buddies of mine, like, they would introduce me to a new group of people and be like, oh no, like, let's sit down, like, let's listen to him talk. And like, when you're holding court in your group of friends, you're like, I wonder if I could hold court for 15 people, for 20 people, 25 people. So that went on to me, trying out material, doing open mics, and that's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at in the, can I plug right now?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm in a competition tonight to be a co-feature for the Funny Stop down in Cuyahoga Falls. Personally, my favorite comedy club, and that's because it's in walking distance, and I'm lazy. But yeah, if I make it through the semifinals tonight, I move on to the finals, which are next Wednesday. But you can come out and see me and some other very funny people tonight at 8 p.m. And you can see us 8 p.m. next week and see if I win or not.
Now, is next week the finals?
Next week is the finals, yes.
Nice. And what's how much costs to get in on a Wednesday night?
Ooh.
I'm asking the tough question.
I know.
I'm a journalist here.
Yeah, right. It's like less than $10. It's like
Less
like
than $10?
$6 a person.
Oh, that's not,
And-
it's not bad at all.
No, and for the extra benefit, you get to hear the owner talk over the PA system without being able to understand a thing he says.
If you
Which
go
is
there,
always
if you go
fun.
there like 3 weeks in a row, you pick up on it.
Yeah.
I actually
yeah.
ran into him at the gas station up the street, and because there was an incident that happened like a previous week that was like totally weird, and I asked him about it, and I had like a whole conversation with him, and I got back in the car, and I was like, "Whoa!" I understood all that.
So there's like a learning curve to
A
that.
little bit. It's like a short learning curve.
Oh.
It's like learning a new like a video game or something, or
Okay, but it's like riding a bike. Once you
Yeah.
figure it out, you never lose it.
kind of, yeah, a lot like that.
Makes sense. Someone said they think it's six to get in. Michelle.
Yeah.
So she thinks it's 6. I may
I
come
said
down
6.
there.
Michelle said 6, so I believe, yeah.
6? That seems to be. And if you show up and he tells you anything different than 6, you tell him no. Michelle on Facebook said it was 6.
Yeah, it's given the old Cam VanDerHorst coupon code. If you can spell my name correctly, you get $1 off.
Well, then there won't be many dollar offs because I've had every time I did some promotional stuff for today's show, I had to go back to the email. Like, okay, how do I spell his name again? What needs to be capitalized?
Yeah,
in it?
it's tough. Facebook will not let me capitalize my name correctly.
That's why I don't go by Messenger now. I go back to my emails. Like, let me make sure I got this right.
Yeah. I'm thinking about changing my name. Like, Facebook won't let me put 3 capital letters in my last name, but they will let me change my name to first, middle, and last as Cam the Killa Getting Stacks. And I'm thinking of doing that because I can capitalize that correctly. I can't capitalize VanDerHorst correctly.
Amazing. Facebook.
Erasure of my Dutch heritage.
Facebook censoring everyone everywhere.
Censoring everyone. You must be a Republican because Facebook only censors them, according to some people. So I guess you got a little thing you put together, a little set to give us today?
Yeah. It's actually more or less the set that I'm doing tonight. So it's
so
going to be interesting performing it for 2 people.
If you don't want spoiler alerts.
No, I mean you can listen. It's like it's like when you go to see like Judas Priest, like exactly like every word, so you've got another thing coming, but like you're still gonna pay like $100 and some a ticket. Go hear Rob Halford belt those out,
That is true.
So it's like you already know the material, and I don't know. I'm trying to justify
You
it.
can pre-laugh. You know when to laugh.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I'm limited to 5 minutes tonight, so I'll do a couple jokes that you won't get tonight because there's not time.
Ooh, bonus feature.
Bonus jokes just for you guys.
So let's turn it on over to him, and I got a laugh track. If you ever want me to put laughs in, just point at me. And
I'm not doing that. I'll tell you what. You do the laugh track whenever it feels right to you. Laugh track comedy is a new one for me.
Hey, it's a coronavirus. We're in a pandemic. You can't get real laughs. You got to get audio canned laughs. So go ahead and take it away.
All right. Time's flying this year, even with the coronavirus and everything. It's just a few days before 9/11. Have you put up your decorations yet? When I was a kid, I had trouble getting along with people in school. I didn't make a lot of friends. I just didn't identify a lot with my peers. The adults in my life would try to make me feel better. They'd say real cryptic stuff like, you're an old soul. Or my favorite, you'll come into your own in college. I had no idea what that meant. It's like a 12, 13-year-old boy. You'll come into your own in college. My own what? My own pillow? I do that already. I was a very, the other thing they would say is he's a very sensitive boy, which I'm pretty sure as an adult was just like the very polite, like 90s, early 2000s way of adults like telling me and my parents, like, we're 90% sure your son is gay. And that all ended, me being sensitive all ended in middle school because in middle school, my district adopted a zero tolerance policy. And the zero tolerance policy was that if someone initiated a fight with you and you continued that fight by I don't know, defending yourself, you were just as guilty. So I got in a situation with a kid, you know, trading verbal barbs back and forth. He was not getting the reaction he wanted out of me because I had mistakenly believed the adults in my life that if you ignore them, they'll go away. Well, he took a swing at me, and I took a swing back, and we both got 5-day in-school suspensions. Now, I was a relatively bright kid in those days. Either I was a bright kid or I just went to public school. I'm still kind of figuring that out. I'm learning in adulthood that, like, a lot of people were the smartest kid in their high school. Like, pretty much everybody was the smartest kid in their high school. So, by noon on the first day, I had all my classwork for the week done. And that was great because that meant I got to spend, you know, the remaining 4.5 days, like, reading whatever I wanted, writing whatever I wanted, eating my lunch in peace, nobody bothering me. By Wednesday afternoon, I was like, this is great. Who can I fight next week? So actually, I got in an argument with somebody online last week, keyboard warrior, me, we're brothers. All right, I got in an argument with somebody online last week, and I knew I won the argument because they brought a non sequitur into it. They said, you have a mullet. Yeah, this isn't an accident. It's not like having a baby. It's a real commitment. I think I just wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and go, oh, no. I got to go to Planned Mullethood and get this cut off. That wasn't an accident. This gut was an accident. Nobody told me when I turned 30 that your metabolism just stopped and your body type on OkCupid changes from slim and athletic to coffee alien from Men in Black. That joke's a lot funnier when I'm standing up because it's just big old belly, little stick arms and legs. I look like how a child would draw me. Like, wow, that's really good. I felt really bad about it when Chadwick Boseman passed away a couple weeks ago, Black Panther, because that guy, he was dealing with stage 4 not messing around cancer. And, like, he got super ripped, did all those stunts. I mean, my only disability is living up the street, like, walking distance from a KFC. It's wild. I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and he's like, Black Panther, I didn't really get it. I mean, is that, like, really, like, a big deal? I'm like, keep your voice down. Like, black people feel the same way about Black Panther that, like, you and I feel about Top Gun. So, back to high school, about 3 weeks before I graduated, conversely, like 3 weeks before prom, we had to go to an assembly, and we had a guest speaker that was doing his court-ordered community service because a few years prior, on prom night, he got drunk, wrecked his car, and killed 3 of his best friends, ruining 4 young lives in the process. I just remember thinking, what an idiot. Never going to do anything like that. Well, when I was 23 years old, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life yet. But I did know that ever since I was 5 years old, I wanted a Porsche 911. Wanted to drive one, wanted to own one, so I went out and bought one. And that affords you certain privileges. For example, at the time, I was dating an 18-year-old college freshman, gorgeous, way out of my league. I went to pick her up one day for a date. Parked in front of her dorm, let her know I was there. And I get out and I'm leaning on the fender like Jake Ryan at the end of 16 Candles. And you know, class must have just let out because there's like a group of guys walking from the engineering building. And about, a group of them branch off, start making a beeline towards me, wildly gesticulating. And I knew it. I get it. I'm a car guy. And they ask, hey, man, can we take pictures of your Porsche? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Sure. And we're talking, and she comes out. Conversation stops. Gives me a kiss on the cheek. Get in the car, honey. We got to go. We got things to do. So I'm trying to wrap up the conversation, right? I go, hey, guys, it was really nice meeting you. I hope you do really good with your studies and everything. Hey, I used to go to this school. Yeah, I used to live in those dorms right over there. And they're like, really? That's great. When did you graduate? And I said, oh, I didn't. I dropped out. At that moment, I realized I just ruined 4 young lives. Because they didn't realize that to afford that car, I was living with my folks, moved back in with them, sleeping on a combination futon bunk bed. Twin size, in case you're wondering. When I was a kid, my dad used to smoke, and that really bothered me. And it kind of bothered me because he smoked Salem's, and I didn't understand how he managed to settle on the only brand of cigarettes that didn't have their own cartoon character or race car. So I'll close out with this. My sister and brother-in-law just got married. Wonderful people, love them. Means I also get a new nephew. He's 4 years old. Really great kid, really smart kid. They're trying to make him into a great person. And they're trying to teach him about what's going on in the world today. They're trying to teach him about racism. And it's really hard because kids do not get it. Kids inherently do not understand racism. It's kind of pure and sweet if you think about it. No child is born racist. But I'm kind of sweating because I might want to have kids someday. And like, those two, they're teachers. They're doing everything they can, and the kid's still not wrapping his head around it. I don't know what I would do. Cam Jr., you can't hate anybody because they were born different. You can only hate somebody if they root for the wrong baseball team or if they drive a different brand of pickup truck than your daddy does. That's my time.
We're going to play our station ID. We're going to be right back. We're going to have more with Cam in just a few seconds.
You are listening to NorthCoastUnderground.com, the reincarnation of rock.
Keyboard warriors dragging you down. Tired of all the snowflakes raining on your parade? Getting called out on your unethical practices? You aren't alone. Stop by our office, conveniently located inside Tony's Terrible Trash Outlet. We will work diligently to serve up cease and desist letters to all your haters. Dumas and Associates. We'll get the last laugh.
And we are back with more of your long ride home. So that's one of our new sponsors, Dumas and
Fantastic,
Associates.
yeah.
We all going to have a lawyer on standby because we never know when we'll get sued. So just in case, we have one on standby. But that was great. We definitely were laughing over here. No laugh track needed.
Thank you.
Had some laughs going on here.
That was
I noticed
great.
the first poorly placed laugh track.
It was.
Not to call you out, but I'm calling you out. The
me,
first poorly placed laugh track, and then after that, nothing. And I'm like, maybe it's just not piped in. I can't hear it.
No, just because you criticized me, people didn't think you were funny for the rest of the
Oh, there we go. All right.
So, it happens. It was poorly placed, but people that usually do laugh tracks, they have a script they can go by so they know where to place them. I thought that was the punchline.
It's weird, man, when you get the slow burn laughs because you're trying to tag something. A tag is when like you're using the same setup and making multiple punchlines on that same setup, and you're trying to go for the tag, and the tag might be what you expect to be the big laugh, but you lose people because they're laughing at like what a joke like you didn't think was really funny. Yeah. Like I didn't that Salem joke, the cigarettes joke, I wrote as like a throwaway, and I'm like, that's something that like only I would get. And that freaking kills. Like every room, every demographic laughs at that. Because I think like growing up in the 90s, we were all around for like the conservative moral panic about how more kids recognize Joe Camel than Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
You guys remember that?
Oh, yeah. Back when they could still have Billboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy for me to say.
And then we grew up with like the anti-smoking stuff, right?
Oh,
the anti-smoking stuff was super dorky. It was really cool and edgy at first, and then they inundate you with so much of it that you're like, why do they not want me to do this so bad? Smoking might be kind of cool.
I kind of feel like I should do it.
Yeah, and then you look, and all of that stuff is funded by the tobacco companies.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like maybe that was their long con.
They're legally not allowed to advertise on TV, so they put up those no smoking ads, which makes you think about smoking. So you're like,
yeah.
Like anytime one of those came on when I was like 10 or something, I'm like, oh man.
Oh, I love the truth.
I had to light up. I had to light up as soon as I watched them.
When you were 10?
Yeah, I've actually been smoking since I was like 12. So.
What's your brand?
Newports.
I'm
married to a black guy, so. What else? What else would I be smoking? And you live by the KFC that I absolutely hate, which is the only one in Akron.
Do you know that's like the 4th largest grossing KFC in the world?
Yeah, because every time I've gone there, the line has been like wrapped around the block, and I decide to go elsewhere.
I used to work at a company in Wadsworth, and Wadsworth doesn't have a lot going on, but they had a really good KFC.
Aren't all KFCs like the same?
The service was really good. The service was really nice. It was in a place where I'm not trying to dog on anybody's town or whatever, but it's in a place where you can always get really good service. Like you're always the center of their attention, and that never happens at the one in Cuyahoga Falls.
That's like kind of like on South Arlington Street. You get great service, always the center of attention. That's what prostitutes hang out.
Yeah.
That was where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Hookers. I'll take you there sometime, Corey. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you. And my streak.
In the street. The streak is alive and
Do you
well.
need a slump buster?
Is that what it's called?
It's a slump buster.
I don't know. I've been married for a couple years.
Well, that
now,
means you really are in a slump.
Oh yeah. I get jealous. I hear like the neighbor with some random person they brought home, and I'm like, I remember those days. Sometimes I download Grindr just to have flashbacks and remember how good life used to be before marriage.
So if you've never had a slump buster,
It's exactly what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. But the bad news is if you're a guy and you're like, I've never had a slump buster, you're the slump buster for women.
Oh.
All
right.
Well then, Corey, I don't think you'd mind that, though.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just letting you know the reality of the world we live in.
I don't know. Corey's sensitive, so Corey's one of those people
Are you saying Corey's sensitive?
Oh yeah, he's one of those people like. He's one of the people that right after sex, I can imagine him like waiting by the phone for the call. Like it's been 10 minutes. Why haven't you called me? Do you still love me? And they're like,
I told you to text me when you got home.
Right? They're just like, I found your number on a bathroom stall. What do you want from me?
For a bad time.
For a bad time.
For a fast time.
Gone in 60 seconds. The Corey Hennessy story.
Let's be realistic. Gone in 23 seconds.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Well, 60.
Don't give me all 60.
Well, no, 60 seconds.
Especially if they're Mississippi seconds.
I had to give you time to take your pants off.
Yeah.
That eats away about 45 seconds.
Oh, from the time you press play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from the start of the movie to the end.
Yeah. You're including the intro and the prologue. Keep hearing it all. Okay.
We'll just blame it being on a quarantine. You can't go out into the wild and mate. That's why you're in a slump. We understand. It's okay.
One of my friends broke up with his girlfriend right before quarantine started.
That's the worst time.
It's like the worst possible timing ever. It's like, it's getting bad too, because like he's sharing all of like those he's just 24/7 horny posting on Facebook. It's so, and I had to mute him.
See, people thought that like the tissue shortage was because of the pandemic. In reality, it was because a lot of people broke up with their girlfriends right after Valentine's Day, and then the pandemic hit.
Well, I've got something about that. Because Ohio is a hub for human trafficking. It's a serious issue. It's important to talk about. I really want to bring things down. I want to make us all feel bad. We were laughing too much. But apparently, I read an article that said if you've watched 10 hours of internet pornography, you witnessed at least one human trafficking victim.
Oh, crap.
Unless you watch hentai. Yeah, who's the loser now?
I've contributed, I guess, to human trafficking in that way.
God, I've witnessed a lot of crime.
Yeah. Corey's like a kingpin. He's like the mob boss.
Oh, man, they're just going to download my database in my head. They're going to figure that out. I'm going to solve all of I'm going to end it today.
He's got the Wayfair gold
Save
card.
our children.
No, it's Wayfair black. It doesn't even have anything on the front of it. It's got like an RFID chip in it.
You send me a lot of Wayfair articles. You subscribe to their newsletter now that I think about it.
Do you have Do you have the one touch pay enabled on Wayfair?
Oh, it's more than one touch when Corey's involved.
I'm actually trying to like clean up the garage, so I know you don't care about the cabinets themselves. So if you could just toss them in the truck, I could really use those. I like how I met you like 5 minutes ago, and I'm like, hey, I'm pedophile. The pedo panic is real, man. Like we're all thinking about it now. Like I farted in bed the other night and I laughed at it. My girlfriend's like, "What are you, 5 years old?" I'm like, "Why would you be into that?" Wrong with you?
You think you know a person? Oh my goodness, unbelievable! That is great. It's everywhere. People are. It's You see a child, even with their they look like their mom and walking with her. You still like, is it though?
Yeah,
is it really their mom?
Makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder. Is that a lot of plastic surgery so you can look like that kid, you freak?
It's like you see kids throwing tantrums and like you go break it up and you feel like a jerk at the end because that was their kid.
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't think you were really his mom. My bad. You didn't look like you could ever get laid, but apparently I'm wrong.
Me, I'm like mullet, 30-year-old pickup truck. Like if there's a child anywhere alone in a room, I run.
Within 500 feet of you, an alert goes up.
Not even. Like I like to be good. I like to take care of the environment. I like to recycle, keep cardboard, but the cardboard recycling dumpsters in a school parking lot. So I always make sure I go when my girlfriend gets home from work, so that I don't make anybody uncomfortable when I'm recycling cardboard. I was doing it once, and there was a cop rolled through the parking lot, and I'm like, this is it.
People are about to know my address with one click on the internet. Unbelievable. So what's with the mullet? Where'd that come from?
So I always kind of wanted to do it. I've been dating the same girl for 7 years, and it's a situation where like I asked her if it would what she would think of it if I did it, but I was going to do it anyways. And the thing is that I write about cars and trucks and motorcycles for a living, not new ones, but old ones. And I bought a yellow 1986 Corvette. Top comes off, digital dashboard, Bose cassette player, all the stuff you want. And I'm like, I really need to match. I want to feel the wind blowing through my hair with that Target top off. So I started growing the mullet, and then quarantine happened, and like multiple people are like, oh, it's like a quarantine mullet. I'm like, that's cultural appropriation. Like this is my lifestyle is not a costume for you. Like, unless you have one Corvette and then another Corvette with fire damage on jack stands in your yard that's visible from the street, and you know your neighbors hate you, you are not allowed to have my hairstyle. Cut it off. Thank you. It's my public service announcement.
We had that recorded, so we'll
good. I didn't want to get into social justice too much, but like when I see people like just wearing a mullet because it's fun and zany, like no, that's
because it's the thing to do.
That's my life.
Makes sense. Now I feel like when I see anyone with a mullet, I will have to question them because of this conversation.
Do you want to know like the meanest, pettiest thing I've ever done?
What's that?
I go up to hipsters that wear motorcycle jackets. I'm like, hey man, what do you ride? Because you always get the same reaction. You always get the look down and the shuffle. And you see, my favorite part is if I see those shoulders droop like 1 3/4 inches, like it's just like that. Oh, that's a great thing on the radio is me demonstrating to you the shoulder droop. But I feel like anybody can understand, it's just, you just knock the wind out of their sails because you don't wear a motorcycle jacket unless you either ride motorcycles, think you look cool in it, or both. And I love calling people out, but politely calling people out. I was raised I have 4 older sisters, and I'm the only boy. So like passive aggression is like, I'm an expert at passive aggression. I prefer outright hostility to passive aggression. But like, I'm really good at being passive aggressive. I'm really good at being petty. If I was any more petty, I would have won 7 Winston Cups.
That was a racing joke.
Yeah, if you didn't get that joke, it's just because you never had to buy a set of Michelins for your house.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Sorry, man. Water bottles are the worst thing to drink on air. Should have brought a flask or something with water in it.
With water. Sure.
Yeah. Water. It's clear.
Makes sense.
High quality H2O.
Right.
I used to do when I was in high school. I used to do the vodka and the water bottle trick. And actually made a photo.
Everyone knew though, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean when I was passed out by second period, I'm sure they kind of figured it out.
We had people that were on the next level when I was in high school. We had people that would soak gummy bears in vodka, and the way I figured that out is because I loved gummy bears because my wisdom teeth were coming in, and I was like, that second you're teething when you're like a baby, and then your wisdom teeth come in, and you just want to chew on things. And gummy bears. I buy the big 5-pound bags of Black Forest gummy bears again when my metabolism allowed me to, and I would just gnaw on those things. Still think about it. It feels really good. Like I don't do drugs, but I feel like doing drugs is probably a lot like
chewing on gum.
That really good feeling of like you're in constant gum pain because there's a big tooth trying to push through at a right angle, and you just take a Black Forest gummy bear back there and just go to town on it.
That is what heroin feels like, I've heard.
Yeah.
Just like chewing on a gummy bear. So I've heard. I don't know. Never done heroin.
The first
Stop
time
judging me. Yeah, everyone's looking at me like, yeah, you have.
You're the only one not on screen right now, so you're good.
Yeah.
The first time I got a big laugh felt like that. The first time I like hit a joke and I like knew it was a hit, it felt so good. It was the gummy bear feeling. That's trademarked now. Gummy bear feeling.
Gummy bear feeling.
Guess we're not going to be able to get those T-shirts made.
Gummy bear. Yeah. I carry this notebook with me everywhere as like a security blanket, but I never write anything in it when I'm out places. But like I'll wake up my girlfriend at 2 a.m. because I can't wake up like a normal person. Jolt awake like I'm confronting my sleep paralysis demon, and then I gotta run 90 miles an hour to wherever the notebook is to write down like a really stupid joke about like wanting to have sex with Stevie Nicks. You can tell a lot about somebody by the most recent era in which they consider like Stevie Nicks affable.
I don't know. I think American Horror Story kind of brought her.
That's what I'm saying. Because like like I was talking to some guys, some musician friends of mine. They're like, yeah, 1977. I'm like, oh, an aristocrat. And then like 1986, and I'm like 2014. And they're like, why 2014? I'm like, 'cause I haven't seen her since 2014. She looks really good. Speaking of, Susan Sarandon turns 74 next month.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's also like a 20-year anniversary of like my Susan Sarandon-based awakening. Man, I'm trying to be radio appropriate here.
Yeah. So when did that happen?
When did Susan Sarandon turn 74?
No, when did your awakening to her happen?
I don't know. In all honesty, my awakening happened. We were studying Egypt in school, and like, if like ancient Egyptians were alive today, they would be building pyramids, and then they'd be sharing those really corny sex memes on Facebook that like you're like one weird like drugged out cousin always posts. Like, oh, I love being choked. It's like, yeah, your grandma's friends with you on Facebook. Now your grandma knows. Well, I'm sure someone in your family knows already why you like being choked, but you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys have those kind of people?
Yeah.
They're just constantly posting. Their whole personality is that they are sexually available at all times. More than most people.
It can be a little uncomfortable at times.
It's super uncomfortable.
Especially when it's like your mom.
I won't unfollow people for like political disagreements, but I will unfollow people for like 24/7 horny posting. Yeah. I did get upset with somebody yesterday because they posted.
We're getting a phone call.
Oh,
we got someone on the air.
You ready?
Let's go for this. Caller, you're on the air. You there? Hello. Is this Tony's terrible trash outlet?
Well, I heard this fella talking about posting memes on Facebook.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Well, that's my whole life. My name is John. Write that down. John. John. Write it down.
Are you from Baysville?
Bay Village?
Bay Village?
No, absolutely not. Hell no. I'm from
Westlake.
Okay.
That's close.
Yeah, no, Westlake, Ohio.
All right, well, what's your question, John?
I don't have questions. I have statements that I want to make.
What's your statement, John?
You have a comedian on there talking about posting on Facebook. That's what I do. What does he have a problem with me?
I don't think he has a problem with
I don't have a problem. Let me ask you this. Have you ever posted a meme of 2 Disney cartoon characters having sex? Have you ever posted anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, good. We've got no problem then. That's what I was.
I don't know if you ever heard about that, but they have some explicit.
He just censored.
He did. That was a really good bleep too. I had a second where I was like, is that real? Well, John, what you should do.
I'm pretty sure y'all don't have any listeners, but my name is Johnny.
Johnny, this is what you should do. Tonight, you should come down from Westlake to Cuyahoga Falls to the Funny Stop and watch me perform, and then come back next week for the finals, and then the week after that, come out and do an open mic, do 5 minutes. I think you're funny.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, but yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
All right.
All right, well, hey, I need tickets.
They're $6, John. You live in Westlake. I know you can afford it. Westlake's like a real nice place.
I can swing $3, but I need for you to meet me halfway, brother.
All right. See you tonight, John. I'm a comedian. You think I got $3 to spend?
Absolutely. You got a girlfriend in the notebook.
All right.
All right.
All right, Johnny. I appreciate your call.
Johnny, thanks. Lift me up.
Peace.
What do you say, Johnny? What?
I think he said Johnny stank nuts.
Oh my god!
That's good. That's good.
I wish we could
Did
have planned
that come through the headphones?
I heard it through my headphones.
Okay.
It was just barely coming through.
Yeah, it
mine. I
was
could hear
very.
it.
Very
quiet.
faint. He probably has
I
like
let
an old
you run
Boost
the-
mobile track phone.
I let you run the Facebook Live for one.
Do they even? Westlake's, I feel like the kind of place that doesn't even have a Boost Mobile.
I don't think
it's
there is.
Verizon or bust.
Listen, I got a little bit of a tan this year. I'm too dark to drive through Westlake without getting in trouble.
That makes sense, actually. That does make sense. Luckily, we're here in Valley View where you fit right in.
Yeah, it's true. Mullet and all.
Oh my goodness, that was a great call.
It was a fantastic
not
call.
expecting that.
Oh, Johnny's stank nuts. Thank you for calling in.
Is he really on Facebook? Is Johnny Stanknuts?
I think he might be. We're gonna have to take a look. He said follow him on Instagram. He didn't. I don't know if that's just his whole tagline. I don't know.
thought he said Facebook.
I
You
like
seem to
him.
know a lot of. You seem to know a lot about this guy. I'm about to talk to you off air.
Yeah.
I have no idea
I
who
think
this
there's
dude
something
is.
afoul in the air.
I mean, he knew about my girlfriend. He knew about the Notebook.
And he's obviously listening.
Yeah.
Well, another loyal fan.
Well,
didn't
he
say
said we
any-
have no fans, so
He didn't say anything about the painting.
he did not say anything about the painting.
He must not have watched last week,
Maybe not.
or he's not from Akron.
Did you got to hear the song, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
The
song was great.
We haven't played it this week. So
Yeah, let's play that song.
let's play. Let me put this in manual so it don't play a bunch of stuff after. He ended up giving the painting back.
I think that guy's lying. I think that actually is Johnny from Bay Village.
Maybe.
Maybe he lives on the cusp of Westlake and Bay Village, because there is a cusp, It's like
Because
there's
here's the
tracks.
thing, yeah. Like if I lived close enough,
You could just claim both sets.
I would claim both sets. Yeah, because I would say definitely oh yeah, I'm from Westlake.
See, I live on Crosby in the hood, but I say, when someone asks, I'm like, oh, I live in Highland Square. Because, I'd much rather be.
I used to live outside of Highland Square. I lived on Grand Theft Avenue.
That makes sense. That's
See, I live in Lorraine, and I don't really like telling people that, because there's some people that are like, there's some nice parts of Lorraine, and there's other people that are like, wouldn't be caught dead there. So sometimes I say, Amherst or Vermilion.
Amherst.
Yeah,
I just jump, here, there.
Well, it's like my girlfriend and I met. Both of us lived 45 minutes to an hour outside of Cleveland on the east side. But we both said we lived in Cleveland to widen the dating pool.
Right.
And we found out we lived 13 minutes away from each other.
Actually, even when I lived here in Garfield Heights, I still just said I live in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It even says it on my ID. They're like, that's Garfield Heights. I'm like, no, it's Cleveland. They put Cleveland on my ID, mostly because I wanted to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for free.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Right. So I was like, no, it's Cleveland.
So Indianapolis is like that. The whole of the whole metro area is called Indianapolis. Because my sister lived in Indianapolis in a town there was no building taller than 3 stories in. But it was still technically Indianapolis. Her address is at Indianapolis.
Nice. You know who's also from Indianapolis?
Who's that?
Brent Turdy. He's going to be on the show in a few weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, he's from Indianapolis. Funny guy. I'm sure you've heard of him. Funny guy. He's going to be here in a few weeks. So,
news to me.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about that. By the way,
I'm the last person to find stuff out.
I'm still talking to his manager, Ranger.
Okay.
So he's going to be calling. He's going to be live in studio.
Oh, yeah. Is he all the way in Indy though?
This is a professional. He came all the way to the studio.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's right. It was like a 36, 37-minute drive. It was nice. Yeah. Got to listen to the show on my way in.
Oh, look at that. Smart man. So at the Funny Stop, how long has this competition been going on at the Funny Stop?
Let's see here. I made it into the semis about a month ago. And then the last week was the first round of the semifinals. This is the second, not the second round, but the second set because they couldn't fit everybody, you know. And then everybody that made it last week and everyone that makes it tonight goes on to next week, which is the finals.
And how do they judge that? Is a crowd?
I think it's just, honestly, between you and me, I think it's just what Pete likes.
Between me, you, and everyone watching?
But yeah, I think it's just judged on, you know, comedy is like when you try to, there's a lot of things in life that I think if you try to quantify them, you know, and you try to attach like analytics to, it just ruins. So comedy is one of those things that I think should be judged entirely subjectively. You know, like there's comedians I really like that like friends of mine just don't really like. And like, that's fine. That's what it is. When you try to quantify everything, I think our generation's real bad about that. You know, I can quantify how good my vacation was by how many likes I get on the photo of the vacation. That really ruins a lot of things.
I think we can all agree, though, Dane Cook isn't funny, so.
I think he was for a while. I think he fell into that trap of, I mean, like, I wouldn't, if I had a bunch of comedy CDs, if I had 20 comedy CDs and Dane Cook was one of them, that is not one of the first 19 I would pick. But like, you have to admit that like he really kind of started that boom. He was one of those people that started that boom coming back in like the early mid 2000s. And I think it was a situation where he was such a unique like breath of fresh air. He was so different. And then he became known for being Dane Cook. And so no matter what he did, after 3 years, you become a hack for being yourself, right? So like if Sam Kinison had lived longer, we would maybe think Sam Kinison was a hack. Everybody loves Sam Kinison because he died when he was getting famous. Bill Hicks, maybe to a lesser degree, kind of the same way. Everybody's like, oh, I wish Bill Hicks would have stayed around so we could see what he thinks about this. It's like part of the magic of that. It's like James Dean syndrome, right? Marlon Brando and James Dean were both sex symbols. We got to watch Marlon Brando get old and fat. James Dean is always like a 17-year-old kid smoking a cigarette. So Dane Cook, like the best, I guess what I'm saying is the best thing that could have happened to Dane Cook was to die in a plane crash in 2007. But since he didn't do that, you know.
Yeah, he was everywhere. He was like Kevin Hart of the early 2000s.
Yeah,
even though Kevin Hart was still in there.
It's like Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan is Hot Pockets. Mm-hmm. Every time he plays like a college, he has to do Hot Pockets. And he has to sneak it in throughout the act. You know what I mean? Like reference it, call back to it because he's Hot Pockets. That's his thing.
He recently went off on Twitter.
Boy, he sure did.
Man.
Wow. That's
do not piss off Jim Gaffigan.
I don't use Twitter because I've never looked on someone's Twitter and liked them more after I looked at their Twitter. Anybody.
You're looking at the wrong parts of Twitter because it gets kind of risque after dark. And some people I like more once they take their clothes off. So.
Twitter after dark.
It's a real thing. So who are some of the comedians you did look up to?
So the comedians I looked up to, I've already referenced like a few of them. I think like big ones for me are Dave Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal is another guy that like we'll never know how good he could have been because he died way too soon. Carlin, obviously, you can't not reference Carlin. I like Seinfeld a lot. I don't think there's anything about me or what I do that's similar to Seinfeld, but I really appreciate the fact that you can watch his stand-up from 1980. His delivery hasn't changed. His confidence hasn't changed. He was locked in, and he's one of the hardest working people in the business.
Oh, definitely.
I've never had a Seinfeld bit, his stand-up, I mean, make me like lose my mind laughing, but the laughs are consistent. You know what I mean? Like the medium laughs are consistent. I have a lot of respect for that. Man, there's so many comedians. Andy Kaufman. I wish I had the balls to do some of the stuff Andy Kaufman would do.
Like wrestle women?
So the thing I've always wanted to do is I've always wanted to go to a state where it's still legal to smoke in a bar and do an open mic. and like go like, oh, you know, it's not legal to smoke in my state, it's legal to smoke here, and spend my whole 5 minutes loudly unwrapping a cigarette pack, lighting a cigarette, taking one puff, and coughing, and filling 5 minutes with that. To me, in my head, that's the funniest thing possible. Like, I think you tier humor, right? And like there's stuff that's at the bottom, you know, like the lowest level of humor is like farts and loud noises. And then you go through like a bunch of other stuff. And then at the very top of the pyramid is farts and loud noises again. And I just think coughing into a microphone for like 3.5, 4 minutes is the funniest possible thing possible. You'd stop and put a finger up and then start coughing again. Like there's a lot you could do with that, I feel like. I think like other comics, there's so many that I'm forgetting. I feel like, again, like Bill Hicks. There's just a ton of really, really funny people that have kind of shaped me into the person I am.
I could tell you a comedian I think we lost too soon was Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg was fantastic.
He was like a king of one-liners.
Yeah,
unfortunately, he is passed.
Yeah, there's a couple guys at Funny Stop that are like two of my favorite dudes there that are consistent, that are in the contest. And it's Vaughn Wesley and Carter Doherty. And they both have that kind of like, they're definitely not aping Mitch Hedberg, but they're definitely like in that realm of like Stephen Wright, Mitch Hedberg type of guys. Like they have great, amazing one-liners that I could never dream of coming up with. Really, really great guys, real smart guys. Very, very funny.
Well, we do have to take a commercial break. I want to thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
We're definitely going to have you back on after you win the Funny Stuff competition.
I hope I do.
Because we're going. I'm going to just cheer. I'm going to throw my panties on stage when you get done.
Yeah.
I mean, just whatever.
So are you coming tonight?
I don't know.
All right.
I said I was. I was just trying to make you feel better. I'm married. Big Brother's on tonight.
Bring your humps.
Just a lot of Big Brother's on tonight.
All right, fair point.
Got a very conflicting schedule. No, we may come out. I have to talk to him. See, he works at a nursing home during coronavirus, so by the time he gets home, he's just like,
I'm sure the last thing he wants to be around is other people.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's always. It don't matter where I take him. He's just always in a bad mood. So, if I was married to me, I probably would be too. So, but yeah, we're definitely going to have you back on. Definitely funny, and we will be back with more of your long ride home right here on North Coast Underground.
Do you want to be on the radio or TV? Do you want a career in broadcasting? Then the Ohio Media School is for you. We have a hands-on course that is taught by broadcast professionals that are already working in the field. The Ohio Media School has 7 different campuses that you can choose from. We also include 160 extern hours that you get from working at a real live local radio or TV station. We also have 2 internet radio stations on campus operated by students. Once you graduate and receive your diploma, yes, it is a diploma program. We have career placement assistants to help you build your resume and help you find your first job in the broadcasting industry. For more information, call 216-503-5900. Again, that number is 216-503-5900, or go to beonair.com. That is beonair.com. The Ohio Media School, where broadcasting careers begin.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn earrings today.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Michaela's got like the best earrings.
Sarah, buckle up.
I wish my name was Michaela.
We're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
It can be tough getting through to kids, but it's your job to make sure they're wearing your seatbelts. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Can you make me feel good? Give me something to breathe right. Help me untangle what's been left by my prescription to survive. Oh, doctor, please help me. This misery or disease has infected me. Can't hold back time. Agony hides my heart and cry. I'm sick of caring when your colors faded from the sky. Could I explain your demons? Sedate the voices in my mind. You said you could save me. Oh, doctor, please save me. This misery or a disease has infected me. Can't hold back time. Agony hides my heart and cry. Forgive me my weakness. I can't shake this feeling of misery. One choice, I miss you. 8 letters, 3 words. One choice, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. This misery or disease has infected me. Can't hold back time. Agony hides my heart and cry. Forgive me my weakness. I can't shake this feeling. I forgive you your weakness. I can't shake this feeling of misery.
You're listening to the hottest underground station in the nation, home to all your favorite underground artists and tracks from coast to coast. NorthCoastUnderground.com. The underground starts with you.
I want to thank my mommy for loving me so much, for taking me to the doctor when I broke my foot,
For leaving me alone when I wanted to be alone.
And now, as a grown-up, I'm thankful for being able to take care of you, my dear mom, for taking you to your therapies, for understanding that sometimes you simply want to be alone.
Roles change without us noticing. That's why AARP gives you the information to provide even better care for your loved one. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Do you want to be the next TV or radio star? Do you want to go somewhere that is affordable and fun? Then come to the Ohio Media School where broadcasting careers begin. Our instructors are top-notch working professionals in the field. OMS has student-ran internet radio stations that will get your foot in the door. Ohio Media School is located in Valley View, Ohio. For more information, call us at 216-503-5900 or go to beonair.com.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to ditch the car and start rollerblading to work.
I look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous!
You don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your organs on the black market.
Lie back. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that hurts. You don't need to rent out your apartment to drifters.
I made a fire with the wood in your bedroom.
That's my dresser!
And your closet door.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell all your belongings and live in a commune.
These dungarees belong to all of us now, Tom.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, it's Tony from Tony's Terrible Trash Sampling. Come on down, cause my trash is your treasure. 1500 Akron Road in Springfield. Deal's so good you'd think you'd stole them. Mention this ad and get 30% off your next trash purchase of $100 or more. All sales are final, so you raindrops better not try to return stuff. See you soon.
And welcome back to the long ride home. And we are in the final stretch of the long ride, aren't we?
Yeah,
That was an amazing guess.
Yeah.
You can take We'll Be Back right back off the screen because we're back
We're
now.
back now. You're right.
Yeah, so you can...
You can leave me alone, all right?
I'm just trying to keep you on your toes here.
It's my first time.
Is this how bad you are your first time for everything?
Yeah.
No wonder you're on a...
Well, I haven't had a lot of firsts yet, so...
You will someday, child.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Why don't you turn your phone volume down?
So I pulled a Corey right there. Sometimes you try to check the live stream live.
Yeah.
So there's a let's talk about there's a Willy Wonka running around.
Oh,
did you see this?
I did. Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
Did you see it? There's a news article that you could have seen.
Yeah.
So Jelly Bellies giving people a chance to own their own factory.
I am jealous. I gotta start buying some Jelly Bellies.
It looks like you have.
No.
But they're giving you a chance to own your own factory. Like you got to buy a ticket, which is like it's like $30 or something to buy a ticket.
Yeah,
so they're gonna make money off of it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if
so. It's not a real Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
How many tickets are you gonna buy?
I don't know, but I'm hoping that somewhere in some classroom they're trying to figure out percentages and odds of winning.
Like in the movie?
Yeah. And also,
is there someone in a factory that's having everyone open Jelly Bellies to try to find the ticket?
Yeah, for a very spoiled, rotten brat.
Well,
the worst part is, well, what if I do win? Are you going to go on the tour with me? Because my grandparents are all deceased. So Grandpa Joe is not really in the question.
I got to run a radio show. I don't have time to be touring Jelly Belly factories.
You know what?
One of us has to do our job.
One of our parents, one of our mothers will just hit out ODJ.
That is true. We are in Mommy's basement. All she has to do is come down here and hit the button. And we'll be good. Good to go.
So, perfect. So, do you want to go?
We'll just play Tony's commercial on repeat.
Over and over and over
again.
You know, how much are we getting paid for running his ad?
I heard he's paying us in paintings.
Oh, so our basement's going to be full of paintings.
Oh, yeah. And I heard they're like $5,000 a piece. So, you know what I did realize, though?
What's that?
Dave doesn't own the painting, but he's on his lions and he's got a lawyer. Dave doesn't own the painting, no, he doesn't own it, but he's trying to sell it.
Yeah, Dave doesn't own the painting.
Where's that land on like the Billboard Top 100?
I think it was at least was in the top 40 this week. I heard it on Kiss FM when I was driving to work the other day.
Long Ride In?
Long Ride In. That's what it was.
Well,
that's not even my real name, so.
Perfect.
Unbelievable. So, so maybe we can win an
entire factory of Jelly Bellies.
Are
there any other delicious candies that these factories create, or is it all just jelly beans?
I think it's all just jelly beans. I don't know. I'm sure they have other stuff.
They probably have magic beans.
Like Jack and the Beanstalk?
Yeah.
That could be true. And if they don't, I'm going to be pretty upset.
It's just one winner, or how many winners are there?
Good question. I don't know.
You are just so unprepared all the time.
I'm prepared. This is a food conversation. I figured it'd be something that you would enjoy and you would study more.
Yeah, but I
had to book the guest. I thought you could do something.
Yeah, well, I failed, man. I've been trying to go on a diet.
How's that working out for you?
Just like me, it's not working out.
Obviously. Just like you.
Don't you love fat jokes?
Love fat jokes, especially when another fat guy makes them.
Yeah.
Did you see?
It's fat on fat crime.
Did you see about the Trump boat parade this past weekend?
I didn't. I saw like a kind of a little thing. You might have sent it to me. I don't know.
There was a Trump boat parade this past weekend, and the boats actually sank.
Kind of like
sank.
I don't know. What is the past tense for
they
sink?
sunk it.
Sank.
It. I don't think they sunk it. That doesn't sound right at all.
No.
That sounds like something Trump supporters do all the time. They sunk it. But it sank. That's right. It sank.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, they're underwater.
They're underwater.
They are. How funny is that?
Just like our economy.
Just like our economy. The Trump boats are underwater. Go figure. You think we could do a all lone ride home boat parade?
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. You hit up Brennan and from Step Brothers. But
I've never actually watched that movie.
You've never seen Step Brothers?
I've never watched Step Brothers.
Are you not a
first of all,
Will Ferrell fan?
No, I hate Will Ferrell.
Oh, that's.
I think he's the worst thing to happen to comedy since George Carlin dying.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, I don't like.
How can you not like Will Ferrell? He's put up so many.
He's
classics.
not funny.
He is hilarious.
No, he isn't.
You're lost, buddy.
No, the only movie I've enjoyed that he's in is Jane and Silent Bob Strike Back. I can't think of one other movie that he's been in that I enjoyed. Name some Will Ferrell movies.
Anchorman 1 and 2. One, it was better than the first, than the second one.
I've never seen the first one. I watched the second one though, and I wasn't.
Well, you should watch the first one.
Will Ferrell's in it, so I probably won't.
Superstar.
I never actually watched that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now you're gonna put me on the spot.
Night at the Roxbury's, was he in that?
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
I'm pretty sure. Old school. First of all, The Campaign. That's classic. Was Zach Galifianakis?
Never
classic.
Seen it.
It was very underrated. I thought it was a hilarious movie. It's probably the most watched. Well, except for Anchorman.
Did you ever watch The Ladies' Man with Tim Meadows?
No.
It was based off a Saturday Night Live character.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, but that was like late 90s, right?
Saw that in theaters. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you're younger than me.
No, not by much.
My dad took me to see Bride of Chucky and Jane Silent Bob Strike Back.
We just watched
when I was a kid. So
I just watched The Ringer. You're talking about Bride of Chucky.
What? How?
And this is why it's correlates because Captain Heigl. And I used to have the biggest crush. I still do have the biggest crush on her. So if you're listening,
you said Captain Heigl, and I'm like, what?
Captain Heigl. Like Captain. Is that like Captain Spaulding? Rest in peace.
Aye, Captain. He just died recently, didn't he?
Yeah. Last year, they finished their 3 from Hell. They finished that up, and I think opening weekend he passed away. Poor
sad.
It is sad.
It is sad. I got it.
Are you gonna try to play your funeral music again? Because that might not be appropriate. It's a little bit too soon.
Too soon. He's been dead for a year.
Not almost. No, well, not quite. We're getting close.
I think he was actually a licensed minister. I think he could.
He was in a lot of stuff. Stuff you didn't expect, like Jackie Brown. He was a judge of Jackie Brown.
I know, 2 years ago when we went to, what was that convention? Astronomicon.
And you got an opportunity to meet him?
Michigan. No, I didn't meet him because I went there to meet Jason Mewes. But he was actually there performing weddings for people. So I think he was ordained or something. Or...
Yeah, I'm going on the most trustworthy website there ever was, Wikipedia. He was 80 years old. He died last September 21st. So we're coming up on the year.
Yeah. Sad.
Very sad.
Let your emotions out, Corey. You don't have to hold them in.
Yeah. If I start raining,
just don't cry.
If I
on
start
me.
raining tears out of my eyes, it's not going to be a pretty sight.
No.
We already.
I have my contacts.
We already
in.
shorted out our rock band mic.
What?
I had to save up more allowance. I had to do more dishes so I could get new mics.
I don't know if I can cry with contacts in. Nothing's made me sad since I've had contacts, so maybe that's part of their powers.
So you can watch all the sad movies. You can watch Marley and Me.
Oh, Marley and Me.
I bawled my eyes out. I watched that with an ex. I went to the Palace, the Lorraine Palace.
That's why she's an ex. She saw you cry, and she's like,
you wimp.
You wimp.
That's the nice word to say it.
Just a
dog.
dog.
I was like a month or two, maybe not even, removed from putting down my childhood dog, Mindy. May her soul rest in peace.
I already closed out the funeral music.
Well, yeah, we don't have to run another funeral for her.
I think we should, because
no.
I think anytime death is mentioned on this show from now on,
F's in the chat.
I'm just gonna.
F's in the chat for Mindy.
You had to explain that to me, and I didn't find it funny.
Well, it's not funny.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, they're not going to run a full...
That's from Mindy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I care. Michael cares.
Is that your slogan? Are you going to run for...
I should.
Some kind of office?
And this is the music I'm going to come out to the podium.
Long 2024.
Long 20... It should be long 2020, because this year has been really long. We've lost some good ones this year, too. We've had some hard-hitting deaths.
You know who we didn't lose this year, but people think that we lost?
Who's
that? Speaking of Willy Wonka, is Gene Wilder.
Yeah, I've seen people, he's been dead for a while.
4 years now.
4 years. People are just now figuring it out.
I had so many people message me like, oh my God, 2020 took another one. Like, I've been crying for 4 years. The Oompa Loompas have been crying for 4 years. Gene Wilder is one of the best actors that ever graced us.
Obviously, he's a really good actor if people don't even know he's dead. He's so good at acting, he has people convinced that he's still alive.
What is your favorite Gene Wilder movie?
Probably the only one I've ever seen with him, Willy Wonka.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he was in that one. Wasn't he in a movie with Robin Williams? I'm just thinking.
That's not coming to.
What were you looking for on that video? Oh, that's last week.
That's last week. I was looking for my headphones.
I was like, when did you do that?
I left my headphones out. But no, Gene Wilder, man, I think it's a toss-up between Blazing Saddles.
That was good.
Blazing Saddles, yeah, I remember he was in that. Very controversial movie, but it's one of the top-ranked comedies of all time. Between that, just recently, unfortunately, for the first time, watched See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and I might have got that backwards. Great movie with the great Richard Pryor as well. May his soul rest in peace.
The only See No Evil I've ever watched is the one with Kane.
It has that dentist in it?
Mayor Kane.
Has that dentist in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Isaac.
We need a WD-40 so these mics
these mics are so loud. Like, if someone...
It reminds me of when I was a kid and the noises that came from my parents'
I was just
bedroom.
about to say, when your mom was sopping wet. I was just about to say, if we didn't say anything and we just moved our mics the whole show, we'd have people think like they're watching porn in the office or wherever they're watching us at.
It's not good.
No.
Well, they don't
watch.
Usually in those kind of adult films, there's not a lot of squeaking.
You walked in on someone sitting alone in the dark in one of the studios here.
I did.
Maybe that's what
that was pretty awkward.
Maybe that's what they were doing.
Here in at the school that we attend, it's not the place we broadcast out of, but
no, that's Armani's basement.
they have like motion sensor lights in there for obvious reasons, save time, energy, all the above. And one day I walked into a very dark studio. And I looked down. Oh, I didn't look down. It was dark. I heard, "I'm in here." Like it was a restroom or something. Like he was sitting on the toilet. And I didn't get a good chance to see what was going on. I turned around real quickly. Very awkward, man.
I kind of had one of those moments today as I went to the bathroom. And when I walked in there's a guy at the sink. And he just kind of like jumped like I scared him and then like started walking around in circles. Like he was trying to figure out if he wanted to walk to a stall or if he just wanted to continue standing in the mirror. Like I caught him in the middle of I don't know what he was doing, but he was very suspicious acting.
What are your like own rules when you go into a restroom? Like if let's say there's 3 stalls.
Mm-hmm. Remember who you're asking this question to.
There's 3 stalls. So if you like, not stalls, but 3 urinals.
Yeah.
Do you hit the stall? Like if there's one person at a urinal, there's only like 3 of them. I still hit a stall if I can.
I think there's a proper place for each movement, and you do not do one.
Well, you don't have a choice.
If there's 2 stalls open, you use a stall.
I'm saying
a urinal. The stall is not made for number ones.
If you're not first, you're last.
Exactly. It's not. No, the stalls are made to sit down, and that is it. So unless that's how
Well, if you don't have a choice, you have no choice. You're going to stand in line and you're going to stand in line and wait.
If you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. But if there's 2 urinals open, you use a urinal. There's walls. No one's going to try. First of all, no one's going to try looking at you anyways. Second of all, there's big walls there, so it'd be pretty obvious if they tried to. Well, here.
What about those really long urinals?
The troughs?
Yeah, the troughs.
That they have like at the football
movie theaters
stadiums?
and football stadiums, yeah.
What kind of movie theater do you go to? I've never seen a trough at a movie theater.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of like the Autorama drive-in. I'm pretty sure I have vivid memories of being very nervous.
That makes sense.
Yeah, drive-in.
Well, that's where children get abducted, I'm sure.
Allegedly.
The troughs are scary, though.
Yeah.
Because, especially when you're a kid. Because, like, you go to use the trough, like, and first of all, you have to be on your tippy toes. Mm-hmm. But as a kid, you're eye level.
You got to get, like, horse blinders on your...
Yeah, because you're eye level. So, if you turn the wrong way, you're going to have a...
You're in a lot of trouble.
You're in a lot of trouble. You are going to have a stamp right on your forehead if you turn the wrong way too quick.
Oh, Simba.
I'm a rainbow.
Is that how that goes? I don't think anyone really knows how it goes.
I don't think so.
I'll just go home, pop the DVD in, and check out the subtitles.
Well, guess what time it is, Corey?
It's
about time. It's about time for us to wrap up this lovely show. But don't forget, we will be back tomorrow from 4 to 6 for your drive time home. Right here on the Long Ride Home, right here on North Coast Underground, northcoastunderground.com. On the TuneIn app, just look up northcoastunderground.com. We're on Facebook Live, or facebook.com.
We are on Facebook Live.
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live. Facebook.com/Long Ride Home Radio. We're on YouTube. Look up Long Ride Home. We go live over there as well. But we have to wrap up for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more good stuff. We're going to talk some NFL tomorrow because it's opening day.
Can't wait.
So remember, if you see that post of Jesus on Facebook, share it or you will go to hell. Say goodbye, Corey.
Bye-bye.
Where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about.
Schizophrenic, baby. I love both of you. Schizophrenic, baby, say you love me too. You too. Now when our romance has just begun, I know when everything's said and done, I'm getting 2 for the price of 1. What fun! schizophrenic, baby, all my whole life through. You will hear me saying, I love both of you. I do. Baby, how happy we're gonna be, living together contentedly. You and your split personality and me. Schizophrenic, baby, I've got news for you. Schizophrenic, baby, I'm a schizo too. Me too. My alter ego and you and me, and your alter ego, we all will be engaged in a new group activity, you'll see. Baby, let's make it unanimous, just us.